Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. I am about to attempt to do something that I have never tried before. I've been watching a lot of videos on how to do it, but today I am going to be using these oyster mushrooms to make steaks from and barbecue sauce that I made already ahead of time. So we're going to see how this comes out. So here we go. I'll just be right back. Okay, I am back. The first step is to get your iron skillet nice and hot. Put some oil in it and turn these babies down. You want to put this big part to the edge because it takes longer for that part to cook. Well, we're going to see, and that's where you get the most heat, is from the edge. I've got 3 nice ones here. They should have been done a few days ago, but I kept putting it off, so today it's a must do. Then I'm going to take this big heavy skillet, which is clean, and sit it on top to help to press the moisture out. I love oyster mushrooms. I love mushrooms, period. And I have never tried this one before, but I bought these particular ones to try this particular recipe. I put it off for a few days, kept looking at them and say, I gotta use these up right away now. So today is the day that we find out just how awesome I can be with this recipe. I can hear it sizzling. And the more you press, the better it is to get all the moisture out. If you don't have 2 iron skillets that you can use, you can always use a pot filled with water to sit on top of your mushrooms once you get them in the hot skillet. I really like using the iron. I mean, this is my first time doing this recipe, but I like to use the iron skillets, period. And the harder you press, the better it is. I'm anxious to see what they look like under here, so I'm going to take a peek. Oh yeah. You can see the moisture coming out. You see that? They have flattened down quite a bit since I started. So I will be right back. Alrighty, I am back and I'm ready to turn them over. See how they're browning on the bottom? That's what you want. Beautiful. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of seasoning on this now. I've got the smoked paprika, and I'm going to put some cayenne pepper, some garlic. This is garlic powder. And some Himalayan sea salt. I'm going to rub that in a little bit. Yeah, they are a little hot. Now, since I put the seasoning on, I'm just going to take this spatula and press. Shouldn't be that much more water in it. Turn my fire down a little bit. I'm also going to steam some okra. Ooh, the seasoning is getting to me. I'm going to steam some okra, and I already have some steamed zucchini and yellow squash that I did earlier and put in the freezer a couple of days ago. So I'm going to blend those together with some Roma tomatoes, onions and green peppers and red peppers. I don't know if y'all watch my videos, you know I love my peppers and onions in most of my meals. Yep, these are coming along good. You can see the other side of it. I just want them to get nice and brown now on the opposite side. I don't know if you guys have subscribed already. If you haven't, please subscribe, share, like, and hit that notification bell so you'll know when I come out with another video. And I will be right back. Alrighty, I am back, and now I am going to attempt to cut these in little slices so that I can get them ready to go in the oven with the barbecue sauce. So remember, I said this is my first experience with these, so I'm hoping they come out good. That's a little hot. I might have a few straggly pieces here, but that's okay. I'm not trying to win a gold medal. I'm just trying to... Okay, that one looks good. That looks good. Now I'll do the last one. That end is kind of hard to cut. I'm just going to leave it just like it is rather than tear it all up. And I am going to slide these off onto my baking sheet here. I'll straighten them up once they get on here. This is my little silicone cutting board. I use it for certain things. And I'm using this parchment paper because it works great in the oven. And now this is barbecue sauce that I made a couple of 2 or 3 weeks ago. My first attempt at that. I'm going to season this side right quick. Oops, that came out too fast. I'll put a little barbecue sauce on them. I've got my oven set at 350. It's really hot too because it's been on for a while. And I am going to let these cook for about 15 minutes to start. I may need to let them cook more, but I don't want to overdo it my first attempt. Alrighty, I'm going to pop these in the oven and I'll be right back. Alright, now I am back. I'm going to cut up some vegetables, some onions and some peppers here. I had these in the freezer. So I'm going to cut them up and saute them for my okra and squash. I'll put them in the freezer because I didn't want them to go bad. And I wasn't quite ready to use them. So they've been in the freezer for about 2 days. Enough to be frozen. Okay. I love my onions and peppers and my vegetables. This gives everything a good flavor. I wiped my skillet out that I used for the mushrooms, and I'm just going to throw all of this right in there. I'm so happy that spring is coming. Can't get here soon enough. I can't wait for all the snow to melt so I can get out there and start my little garden on my deck. Now this is the frozen, this is the fresh. To have a little bit of white onion in here too. I love these Vidalia sweet onions. They don't really taste sweet, but they have a really mild flavor. And I buy them all the time. They don't make you cry when you cut them up either. Ready. Got my skillet getting ready. Dump this in. I'm going to get my steamer set up because that's what I'm going to do my okra in. Missing a piece. This is frozen okra. And my squash is already ready, but I'm just going to let it thaw out a little bit on the top. And now I'm going to cut up my tomatoes, which I almost forgot. I've got a can of tomato sauce just in case I need it, but these might produce enough juice so that I won't have to even use that. These are organic Romas that I find at Walmart. They do have some good stuff that I like. All of the knives that I like using is in the dishwasher right now, so this one is good, but you have to be careful with it. Well, you got to be careful with all knives, but that time moment is time for me to check my oven to see what my little barbecued oyster mushrooms are doing now. I'm going to cut this up right quick and dump this in the skillet, and I'm going to check on those, see what they're looking like. This should produce enough juice that I don't have to use anything else. We will see. My son doesn't care for mushrooms that much, but he will eat the veggies. Well, they're looking good. See if I can taste one. Tastes good too. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back. Everything is finished. One thing I want to say is, if you use the iron skillet to cook anything that's got tomatoes in it, it's good to cook in, but you need to get it into another dish when you finish, because it's something about the tomatoes, probably the acid in them, that makes the iron taste leak out if they stay in too long, like overnight or a few hours or so. So I always put mine, I have mine now in this little glass dish. So I've experienced that years ago, so I just wanted to mention that. So everything is ready, and I am ready to plate it up. Just one moment. I am not really ready to eat right now, but I'm going to put a little sample on here. I also mix that squash in too with the okra. So I just want to sample just a little bit. And this is some yellow rice that I had in the freezer actually. I decided to throw it in a container, one of my little dishes, and heat it up. So, let me raise this up a little bit so you can see my lovely face. Alrighty, I am back, and here's my itty bitty plate. Like I say, I'm really not ready to eat right now, but this is just a sample. This is just box rice, Sadaran, yellow rice. I really like that rice. I don't eat rice often, but when I do, I like that. Okra and squash is good. I don't know if I said it, but instead of that tomato sauce, I used barbecue sauce. All right, love you too, son. Have a good evening. And it really gave it a really good flavor. Very good. I asked my son, who does not really care for mushrooms. I told him I made dinner. You want me to leave you some mushrooms out? I know you don't like them. He said, you can leave me a few. He's not much of a meat eater, but he does eat meat. Especially if Mama cook it. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful evening, wherever you are, whatever's going on there. Have a good one. Peace and love, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.